to get this thing going. We're going to start off with some introductions so that everybody can introduce themselves. Then we'll have some first year memories, some things that we want to share about, excitement and different things that we've enjoyed. Then we'll have the awards. Then we'll have supporters of the year. And then last but not least, most likely to. So I'm going to start with the person to my left, which if you guys are watching, Tyon Mack.
Oh, I'm to the left. Oh, okay.
You are to the
Boom.
left, yes.
Dun, dun, dun. All right.
Introduction.
I'm Ty Mack. I am typically on the BS3 sports show with Trey and Al and Mr. Sutter and Courtney and everybody else that's on here who shows up and pops in and contributes. So, but I'm typically on there with him.
All right, we'll go to James.
Hey, good evening. James, you said?
Yep,
Yes,
James.
sir.
The James with the M, not with the Y. Sorry.
Hey, good evening, everybody. First of all, congratulations on the 1 year anniversary. That's number one. Number two, it's just an honor to be part of the team. And number three, you have some great people that host shows that are very knowledgeable and very entertaining. So once again, just a privilege to be here and an honor.
Awesome. Al, we'll go to you.
What's happening? Good evening. Al High, host of the Casual Highlight. Been branded out now to Highlight Sports. It's exciting to be on here 1 year in. I enjoyed the Monday rundown where we talk about sports stuff going on during the week. Man, it's just good to be on here, man. It's exciting, man, and I'm looking forward to many more years ahead.
Definitely. Also, let's go over to Eric, aka Mr. 313.
How you doing? First of all, thank you for allowing us to be on the show. Myself and my co-host will introduce himself, so I don't want to steal his thunder like I did a couple of weeks ago. But we definitely want to thank you, my co-host, the Ear Hustling Podcast with James and Eric, along with my cohort over there, James. It's definitely a privilege to be on the show, and I'm glad to be running, with Team BS3.
Definitely great to have you. All right, we'll go to Benjamin's iPad, aka my pops.
Good afternoon. Good evening. It's always good to be on your show. We've enjoyed the Monday wrap up with Ty and Courtney and Al, and we've always support the BS3 podcast. Now it's exciting to be a part of the BS3 radio, and we're still ramping up. So we'll be coming very soon. So look out for Sons of Us podcast, which is the circle of love, God, marriage, family, and life.
Definitely looking forward to that. Next, we'll go to Eric Dewalt.
Oh, thank you, Ben. Great to be here, man. I'm really glad I talked you into creating a podcast years ago, so we could get to this point. But it's been a blessing. Of course, I host Eagles versus Everybody. This first year has been amazing. Got to meet with a lot of great people. Erica, Terence. We've got, you've been on my show, right? We've had Al on the show. We've had Courtney on the show. So it's just been great to connect with people and have honest dialogue. So, definitely appreciate what you're doing. Keep it up. And, I can't wait till the 10th year awards. That'll be like on ESPN 2 or something. But,
probably be on like ESPN 8 or something like that. I'll have ESPN by that time.
The Ocho, baby.
The Ocho, right. All right, let's go to Erica Fernandez, Miss Curls and Sports.
All right. Hey, guys. I'm pushing episode number 3 on Friday, and I still can't believe I'm actually doing this journey. But along with the team, Ben, and everybody here, it's honestly an honor and a privilege to have so much good support and genuine support and good feedback, because I think that that's something that a lot of people say, oh yeah, I'm a follow and I'm a listen, and they really don't. But then you have people that are like, oh, I love the beat that you added. You should add more music. You should talk about this. So I think that that's something that I'm really happy I'm working with all of you, because I think the support is genuine, the feedback is genuine, and constructive criticism is what we need. And to piggyback off what Eric said, I can't wait for year 10, because we're only going up, not going down.
Yes, ma'am. This is only the beginning. And
Yep.
You guys are that beginning crew. Let's go to Courtney Harden.
What's up, everyone? I'm glad to definitely be on BS3 Radio. It's been a long journey. I remember when me and Ben talked from the beginning, and we was on each other's shows way back when. So I'm just glad to be here, glad to meet everyone and have everyone on the show just about. So I'm the real deal with Courtney Harden. As you said, just ready for another 10 years of this great journey. So again, just glad to be part of this this epic network and family.
Definitely. All right, so next we will go to James M.
What is up, everyone? I'm James Montgomery from the Ear Hustling Podcast with James and Eric. Honestly, I really don't know why I'm here. I say that because you got Ben, who's a Dallas fan. You got Eric saying honest dialogue. He's over here sporting this Philly gear. Philly flat out stole Golden Tate from my Detroit Lions. I don't know why I'm here, but I love you guys anyway. I'm happy to be here. I'll figure it out. The other James over there talking about the Raiders, but it's all good. We'll put our differences to the side. No, I'm serious. I'm real happy to be a part of the BS3 Radio family. First year, happy to be here, and like everyone else said, looking for many more years, despite the 1-star rating that the Dallas Cowboys have.
Here we go with the shots. It's all right. I can't wait to play, y'all.
Dallas who?
All right, so I got everybody, I believe. We may have one more coming in. Let's give a couple shout outs. We got the Facebook is booming right now. We got Miss Mocabella. She's a huge supporter of what we do here at BS3 Radio. We also have Jordan Rosario, and we've got some other great people that have supported and that have, Taryn Rodriguez, which is also a big supporter of what we do here. So it's really, I've been blown away just by the support that we have received. I mean, I know that we are very passionate, for what we do. And anytime you show that passion and you demonstrate that passion, people will gravitate towards it. So I've just been excited about each and every one of you guys being a part. So let's share some one-year memories. And anybody that has some, you can go ahead and speak up. I'll do one first. I just remember my wife just saying like, hey, you should start BS3 Radio. You've been doing this thing for a minute. You've been doing it with, different networks, different things. Start your own thing. And I was really kind of hesitant, like, who would even want to be a part of it? You start thinking in your head and start going through that stuff in your head. But I've just been impressed with each and every one of you guys coming apart and being a part. But anybody else want to share, some one-year memories, anything that you have enjoyed throughout this past year?
Well, if I may, ladies and gentlemen, I just remember the first time we touched base, Ben, and I wasn't too sure if the Padula Show Consumable Nonsense podcast would fit in to what you guys were doing. But after you took a good look at what we had to offer as far as the offbeat, unique humor, you said, hey, not a problem. So, and the rest, as we say, is history. And like I said before, you've been an inspiration, and I love watching the other guys doing what they're doing. So that's been pretty good. It's been very tight.
Awesome. Yeah. Anyone else want to add on?
I have a good memory with Courtney. We connected on Instagram, and I can't remember if it was Instagram or Twitter, but him and I, we always have either differing thoughts when it comes to boxing, or we're right on the same target. So he's one of my favorite people to talk boxing with. And, I think that it's great that we still sound like genuine fans as opposed to sounding like ringside journalists, because there's no fun in that. So that's a good memory that I have with Courtney.
Awesome.
Make me cry already. Right. But yeah, so I got a couple. Definitely with Erica. Like I said, we connected a couple of years ago, and we talked about boxing. That's how we connected on. It was on Twitter and Instagram. I can't remember either. But yeah, she is a genuine person. Glad she got on the network. I kind of pushed her a little bit, forward to. I said, "You got to get on. We got to get on BS3 Radio," and we finally got it connected, and she's killing it. So that's one of the memories. And my last one was I had got out of the podcast game. I started in 2013 or 14. And I had a show for a couple of years, and then I just got burnt out. I said, I just want to take a break, but I love talking sports. So it was no way I can stop not talking sports and debating and things like that. So Ben reached out last year, actually, when he was starting the network, and we just talked about it and said, you know what, you need to get back in this game. You need to, your voice need to be heard. So I was like, okay, so he's definitely a big part of me jumping back, and my wife too, for pushing me to continue on. And now we're here 1 year later.
Yeah. And I think the biggest thing is for all of us as being podcasters, once you get that itch, like it's hard to just say, oh, I'm not going to do this anymore. I mean, and especially when you haven't done a show in a while, you haven't done a show in a week, like I won't be doing the next 2 shows. I mean, I'm going to be like, man, I need to just hop on my phone and talk about something. And, you just get that, that itch and that feeling, but it's just a great thing. And it's great to be, a part of it with, like-minded people. But anyone else wanted to share anything?
Yeah. I'll say, this year has been, I'll say being part of this network has been one of the few bright spots of this year, 2020. I think one of my best shows, or show I remember the most, was actually having Al on right before his Chiefs played in the Super Bowl, and just hearing his pure joy, brought me joy. And of course, getting to almost experience the win with him, so I think that was my highlight for 2020 so far. I'm going to make a prediction that this year is going to end better than it's been going so far. So I don't think that much of a stretch, but yeah.
I agree. One other memory I had was going on the Ear Hustling podcast. Me and Erica went on there. That was a fun conversation that we had. Really great to be on there with those guys. Also with another guy, Wally Hippolito. He has a podcast, Off the Stoop. Shout out to him. But it was really just fun to just rap and just talk. And Eric wasn't supposed to be there, but he was there, which made it even more interesting and fun. So that's definitely one of the memories that I had. Anybody else want to share anything?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can y'all really stop bullying me? Y'all talking about all these Super Bowl wins that y'all have, the Chiefs, the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Raiders. My Lions went 0-16. All right, I'm still trying to get over it. That's all I need to
say. Hey, well, Ben doesn't remember the Dallas Super Bowls, so y'all kind of in the same boat.
Shots fired.
Ain't they on them VCR tapes still? Them Cowboys Super Bowls, 90s, I think.
Yeah, but my dad will contest to this. I wasn't always a Cowboys fan. So back in those days, I was rooting against them, and then I switched sides. So I'm a little bit of a traitor, if you will. But
something like that.
Yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and chime in since he mentioned that. Yeah, born and raised in the Bay Area. We were a little disappointed. When he switched over to the dark side. But we're just proud of you, man. That you've accomplished what you accomplished, and one of the things I can recall is we always supported the BS3 sports show, and I remember we traveled to Dallas to celebrate the I think it was the 100th episode of that. That was back in 2018, and now to see where you've grown and your mother set up that nice backdrop BS3 Sports, and now you switched it to BS3 Radio. So Yeah, so that she was a little disappointed about that, and being being kind of new to the podcast, world. One of the funny stories that we have is that you were doing so well, with your BS3 Sports podcast, and when you said that you were going to start, your BS3 radio, and I asked Mom, I said, well, what channel is that going to be? That going to be FM or AM? What?
Not we.
Just to tell you
not there yet.
How old I
am. I want to welcome in another member of BS3 Radio, Terence Bennett, TENT podcast. What's going on, man? I think you're on mute.
Going on, man?
Great to see you. Great to have you on. Might be a little frozen.
Appreciate it. Glad to be here.
All right. Awesome. We're just sharing memories from this first year. Anybody else had anything else they wanted to share?
I'm gonna go ahead and add one in right quick.
Wow. But you have to turn the camera off.
but that was the icing on the cake. I started thinking about being a sports podcaster around the time I was working on my dissertation paper, and I was like, man, what could I do cool? What could I do? Like, what are my passions in life? Where do I see myself going from here? And sports came to mind. So I began researching different ways of starting a podcast. And long and behold, when the NBA Finals was on last year, I started doing game predictions, and somebody sent me a link to Ben Sudderth III because he was doing a podcast on Rapture Ready Radio. And I said, let me go ahead and chime in and get some more information about this. And long story short, been doing it 1 year. And I think my funniest thing that I remember was my first episode. I did 2 hours long, dropped the microphone in the middle of the episode, got back up, finished recording, and then came back the next day and did another episode. Until this day, I still don't know how I did 2 back-to-back episodes, about 3.5, 4 hours worth of content. So I had a lot on my mind, but it's just, I'm just excited to be here, man. I'm looking forward. I'm growing, getting better, taking notes from not just Ben, but from each and every one of you all, listening to your shows and supporting and getting feedback in our chats and stuff, and just talking about life in general, man, because this hasn't been the best year. And I know all of us look forward to great things to finish out this year.
Definitely.
Well,
go ahead.
I want to say, for me, it's actually Trey dragging me along on the podcast scene. You know what I'm saying? I still remember when he hit me and was like, hey, I got the little sports show. I want you to hop on here, get some content, help me out a little bit. You can help co-host, etc. And I was like, man, I don't really know, but all right, I'm gonna try it. Forget it. Let's do it. And and it also gave me a platform to brag about my Warriors. We went on a run. You see that up there, that championship? You know what I'm saying? We went on a run for a while, but I see Mr. Sutter got his in the back too. But man, it was just good times, man. Just to be around friends and actually family. I consider him family. And just to be able to just talk about sports, man, and just just shoot the breeze a little bit and just enjoy just speaking about things. So it's cool.
Yeah. And a little bit of a backstory. Me and Tyon have been friends since the 5th grade. So we've known each other for an extremely long time. Anything he's doing, I'm involved in. Anything I'm doing, he's involved in. That's just kind of who I am. I'm trying to get my college roommate involved as well, just because we all got something to talk about. It's just a matter of what it is you want to talk about. So, and Erica, I might have to get you in on this. He's a big Nas fan. Nas is his favorite artist. So we may do the Nas's new album, do a review or something like that. So there may be something in the future, start doing some album reviews. I'm a big music fan. Most people know that too. So
I was listening to the album earlier and I'm just like, wow, this album was produced so well, but I agree.
Yeah. I mean,
of all time, but that's another subject.
I'm jumping in that one too. I gotta jump in because I know we're gonna have some discussions like Nas versus Jay-Z. So I definitely would jump into that one.
It's coming. It's coming. All right. Anybody else before we move forward?
I'm going to be real quick. Ben, what impressed me, and I'm pretty sure I can speak with James as well, is that you are a person of integrity. You mean what you say what you mean. The first time that me and James had a conversation with you, we have been approached by some other radio stations about, perhaps going on theirs. And it was like, no. But when we talked with you, and you know how we are, especially my co-host, he does his due diligence.
Oh yeah. It's
like we walked away with a feeling like, you know what, we already knew you before we knew you, if that makes any sense. Wow. And with us, that's very important, being able to trust, the people who has your back. And, we love you and we look forward to continuing this relationship.
Awesome.
Yeah, just piggyback off of that, Ben, just to shoot some more kudos your way. That first conversation, you went into detail about our last episode, that we had just had like an hour or two before, so that meant a lot. You actually was invested, if you will, and that meant a lot, and you're a huge supporter, like Erica was saying, earlier, and you've said in the past, sometimes people that the closest don't support you like people in our community does. And you're a big supporter of not just our show, but all shows here. And even a shout out to Wally, so you're a genuinely good guy. That's the only good thing I'm going to say about you the rest of the night.
That's good. That's good. I'll take that. I'll take all of that. But man, it's definitely been great having each and every one of you guys being a part. Anybody else before you move to the next stage? So it's time for the awards. Now it's on Zoom, so I don't have a clap track. I don't have a Kawhi laugh track like I use on my Monday show. So, but we will give out the awards. Each host will be getting one of these right here, which is a nice little microphone and a commemorative.
Wow.
And just an appreciation to you guys. You'll get it within the next 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the shipping. But but I have an award, a few awards. So I'm gonna give out the awards. You guys can give a speech if you like. Rookie of the Year. Let's start off with this one. This goes to a guy. Oh wow! Look at the wardrobe change. Eric not playing. You're in the Hall of Fame.
Ben, you've known me a long time. I've always thought of myself as a Hall of Famer, so damn right. Okay.
Jack City, man.
You look like you're in the Alpha Hall of Fame. He's an Alpha.
Well, yeah, that's true too, but that's another story.
So Rookie of the Year, man, this goes out to someone that, really stepped on the scene and was just blazing a trail for himself. Very excited about podcasting. There was times that we talked at 9 o'clock at night. There was times we talked at 11. There was times he'd send me a text like, "Hey man, you still up?" Which normally I am. I'm a night owl. But he's showed the passion. He's been putting in the work. I've been very happy to have him a part of BS3 Radio. This goes to none other than Al High, host of the Casual Highlight Sports.
What's up?
As well as
congratulations.
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah.
Disrespect Your Senses podcast.
Let's go.
I ain't going that shirt.
Let's go.
So any do you have a speech? Do you have some words for the viewers and listeners?
First of all, I would like to thank the BS3 Academy for this great honor. Once again, I want to thank to Ben Suttoth III, Mr. BS3 himself, for being an open door, an open encyclopedia, not just about podcasting, but about life in general. Want to thank, man, you for all the wisdom, the encouragement. Even I'm a night owl. Part of it, I do work at night as well. So some nights I get like a crazy idea, man. I send it to you, man, to see what you think. So thank you, man, for being there. And I look forward to doing more great things with BS3 Radio and growing with this platform.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Congratulations
to you, getting one of these nice microphones. We'll be sending to you. I would love to just hand deliver it to you guys, but we live all over, so that's probably not gonna happen. Some of y'all in Atlanta though, I'll be able to drop it off to y'all. I don't know about the rest of you guys. The next one, I called this one Most Consistent Podcast, MCP, if you will. These guys were dropping a podcast every single week. It was like clockwork. They dropped it. The next day I would be promoting it. When they didn't drop, I'm like, okay, something must be wrong. Either one of them got the flu, either their team lost, or something like that. Or either they were crying because their team lost. One of those things could have happened. But during COVID, and especially with their kids being home, the podcast did take a little bit of a break, and I'm sure that was like for everybody, depending on what you do and what you're involved in. But the most consistent podcast goes to Eagles versus everybody. I mean,
wow,
just killing it.
Nice.
So congratulations. Eric
Congratulations.
Dewalt and Daryl. Kane and Ice speech.
Great job.
Appreciate it. I got an outfit that costed me a lot. Puffy is good. Wu-Tang is better. Wu-Tang is for the children. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not the Grammys. So, obviously, thank Ben the third. Got to thank Ben the second for making Ben the third. Thank Ben the third for being the only Tar Heel football writer I could find on the internet, and that's why I got him on my podcast back in the day. And since then we've created a friendship. So thanks out to you guys too, being on the show, listening, supporting, being there for me when I need a guest. So it's been a lot of fun. And like I said, I look forward to winning this award next year, and for the next 5 or 6 years, we'll keep it rolling.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And
congrats.
Congratulations to you. A little bit of background, like you said, that was 2015, maybe 2015.
Yeah.
Marquise Williams was still there in North Carolina, and I'm sure you're not gonna know who that is because it's North Carolina football.
I know who he is because I live in Charlotte. But yeah, go ahead.
But he invited me to come on his podcast. I was extremely nervous. I had like 4 pages of notes.
Yeah.
I had 4 pages worth of notes. I called him and I was like, "Oh no, you didn't answer the phone. Maybe this was a joke. Maybe this is somebody spamming me on Twitter." But I got on there. I was so nervous. He was like, "Man, just talk. I mean, just like you talking to somebody else." So I started talking, and that day, I told my wife, "I'm about to do this like full time. Like this is something that I want to do for the rest of my life." And when after that day, every single week from there on, I've done some type of podcast. If I missed, it was because of a specific reason or something that happened. My first podcast was in the closet on a chair. I had
wait. You got to clear that up. You got to clear that up, okay?
Yeah, not that kind of closet.
In the closet.
Yeah.
What you doing in the closet, Ben?
But yeah, that was the first one. All I did was talk Cowboys. I mean, it was extremely uncomfortable. And now I've moved to another location, which is still in my room, but
So wait a minute. So talking Cowboys was uncomfortable? That makes sense. I get that.
Well, yeah. Well, sitting on the floor and talking was uncomfortable.
Anyway.
That's why we did the backdrop, because the clothes was in.
Yeah, those days when the clothes was in the background. I did a Facebook Live, and the guy was like, "Man, is that your kid clothes in the background?" I'm like, "Yeah, it is." Like, you all got to start somewhere. Let me give some shout outs here real quick. We got some comments that I want to. Mocha Bella says congratulations to Kane and Ice. She also says big ups. We also had a comment from somebody I did not know. I might have to pull that one up here in a minute. But it's really this journey has been great, and I really do thank God for more years and more time. This one, I'm gonna call it the Silent but Dope Award, because this person doesn't drop as many podcasts. He has a very special event that's coming up very soon, so his time is being used wisely. And whenever he does drop a podcast, though, it's always great guests. It's different guests. It's people in sports. It's people in music. It's people in business. And we met quite a while ago. We've been on each other's podcast quite a few times. But this is Terence Bennett of the TENT Sports Podcast. He gets a Silent but Dope Award. You have any words for us? And he's getting married. He's getting married. Was it next month?
Oh, congratulations!
Congratulations!
And we're all invited.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Nice.
Hey, we were some. Man, I appreciate Ben, man. Like you said, I've been tied up with this wedding planning stuff. But yeah, I usually drop podcasts every week, but just slow down. So definitely thank you to Ben, man, because Ben been in contact for a while. So I mean, I appreciate Ben, man. All y'all that have been on y'all podcast. Definitely sit in New Orleans, my Saints.
Yeah, audio's a little choppy.
But big shout out to everybody. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem. So that was Terence Bennett, TENT Sports Podcast. To let everybody know, the website has been updated.
I appreciate it. Thank the city of New Orleans and appreciate being yeah.
All right. Appreciate you, Terrence.
Remix.
It was a little choppy. I don't know if you can move to a different.
Where's that wrap up music?
That's that Teddy Riley. That's that Teddy Riley.
Love you. We love you, Terrence.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man. Terrence is the Saints fan in the clique, so he's ride or die. Woo. Saints all day. Saints, man. He would talk about Saints. I'm sure he talks about Saints all day. Let me give a couple quick shout outs. KT Teve, he says, come on, brother, keep up the good work, don't stop. Vince Wright, the sports governor. We got DJ King Royal. These are a lot of people that I've met, along the way. And then there was another guy, Kelvin Banks. He says, congratulations, you guys. It's really been, like I said, this is a great journey and looking forward to the future. We'll go to the next award. This one is most versatile podcast. I mean, these guys, one day they'll be talking about sports. The next day they'll be talking politics. The next day they'll be talking how to manage your money. The next day after that, they'll be talking about how to journey through life as a Pistons fan. I mean, they're able to just talk about all types of things, and it flows. Like, some people just kind of throw stuff out there, but these two guys, which really inspired me to kind of change how I kind of do things and talk with different people and all types of avenues. But that this award goes to the Ear Hustling Podcast with James and Eric. Very versatile, like I said.
Nice.
You have to check out the show. Great content. It's on Facebook Live and on BS3radio.com. But go ahead if any one of you guys want to give a speech.
Well, thank you. I personally wasn't prepared to accept the award, but let's see. I would like to thank. No, I'm just kidding.
My mama, my auntie.
Right? I would thank God, but I think he know we all thanking him already. So, no, thank you. I'm truly blessed to have a good friend like Eric. We've known each other for many years. Our chemistry is not manufactured. It's natural. So I love having this journey with him, with my wife being the executive producer, always floating around nearby, giving us tidbits. So with the team that we have around us, I definitely thank everyone. It just makes it real easy.
Yeah.
Eric?
And like I said, it flows. Oh, go ahead.
I echo those sentiments. You know
She's
what?
not your wife, she's my wife.
When the talent show came up, I'm like, how in the hell are we going to do a talent show? And Shay was like, we're going to have a talent show. And I'm like, okay. It's just, it is. It really isn't work when you work with people who you love and you talk about things that you love to talk about. Like I said, my co-host and his wife, our executive producer, and who I consider a good friend independently of James, two of the hardest working people that I've ever came across. And just as an FYI, Shay, you can just call her Miss No Days off a hospital bed, couldn't even stop Shay from doing an excellent job that she does. So first and foremost, I'm glad that my friend is okay. I'm glad that she's been there as far as that support system. And the best is yet to come from the Ear Hustling Podcast and everybody on BS3 Radio. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't think you guys were going to do a show, honestly. I was like, okay, they're probably not going to do a show on Monday. So I was looking around for the flyer and I'm like, they're probably not doing a show. And then I seen the flyer and I was like, man, she must be just laying down like this with fingers, just like going at it.
Ben, excuse me one quick second. For anyone that don't know, and Ben, let me share this week. First of all, I'm hot as hell in this hat, so I'm taking it off. So we went on vacation last week. We left on Wednesday. We had plans, whatever, neither here nor there. And actually, some of you guys neck of the woods. Wednesday night, my wife started having stomach pains. We take her to the emergency room and start getting that bad. She had to have a appendectomy the very next day on Thursday. Oh, wow. So she has the surgery Thursday morning. Thursday evening, we're driving around D.C. sightseeing. Friday, we're walking around D.C. sightseeing. Saturday, we go up to Philly, hang out there. Sunday, we come home. She's walking around Saturday. So, yeah, so she's a trooper. I definitely married to the Wolverine. That's for damn sure.
You know, for sure. And I can say, I'm sorry to interrupt, James. I can say if it's the other way around, and I think us as men can attest to this, you know, a lady can have a baby and then she's up after a couple of hours of delivering birth. Oh. So the strength that a woman has inside when she wants to do something and she's a determined person, hey, you know what, my hat's off, because if it was me, I probably would still be laying in bed, probably still would want to be pampered.
I'll still be in recovery.
Huh?
I'll still be in recovery in D.C.
Exactly. So we definitely know that Shay is just as invested as the show as either one of us. So, you know, thank you for your dedication. And I'm done running my mouth. And then Ben, on behalf of James and myself, we definitely want to thank you for the award.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And yeah, man, I probably would have been still laying down. I mean, I'll probably be calling out from work from wherever I am. Like, hey, I'm not gonna be in for the next week, maybe a week and a half. I don't know, man. Depending on how my body feeling. But yeah, shout out to Shay. She is in on Facebook in the chat room. So much love to you. Get well soon. Don't lift anything heavy. Make sure James does whatever heavy lifting. Let's go to our next award, which is FPA. You know, I'll say what it is in a minute, but this guy reached out to me, wanted to get on BS3 Radio. First, I was like, hey, like, what's your show about? How did you find us? And we had a really great conversation. And from that minute on, I knew that it's something that people will gravitate to. It's funny. It's hilarious. I connected to like SNL type skits where it's funny, but it doesn't go too far to the left. It doesn't go too far to the right, but it'll definitely get a laugh out of you. So FPA, which is Funniest Podcast Award, goes to the James Padula Show, Consumable Nonsense Podcast.
All right.
Congratulations to you.
Wow. Hey, thank you very much. You know, what's nice about just being around you guys and your energy, your knowledge, and the opportunities, it's an award in itself. So I must say thank you once again, and I'm glad. Like I said, it's a little offbeat. It's consumable nonsense. It's silly. It's so you could get a little release once in a while. You know, season 1 is 10-minute episodes. We have some crazy characters, some goofy storylines, but again, I can't say it enough. And I'm going to strive, because of the great job that you guys do, to win this every year, just like you guys want to do. And what I like about this is we're going to keep moving forward. We're going to keep expanding. We're going to keep reaching out to people and entertain them, because that's what they need today. They need to laugh. They need to listen to your energy as far as the sports are concerned. It's just a great thing. So I'll be quiet now. But thank you very, very much. I really appreciate this, and I appreciate the team, man. Great people. Great people.
Well, great to have you. Follow the YouTube page. Just go to YouTube, The Padula Show. They have an unlimited amount of episodes on there. Whenever they do drop season 2, you know it will be shared. It will be everywhere, because that's what we do. We listen and share and get it out there. All right, this next award is called BGG, and I'll say what it is in a minute. But this guy has consistent great guests every single show. There is not one show where he doesn't have a great guest. And if he goes solo, it must be because he was doing a pop-up show or something like that. But he'll have a chef on one weekend. Then he'll have a sports reporter. Then he'll have an athlete. And he just does a variety of different things. I love listening to his podcast. I know a lot of people love it as well. And that is Courtney Harden, The Real Deal with Courtney Harden.
Yeah.
Congrats, Courtney.
Sir.
Thank you. Really appreciate that shout out. And I want to thank my accountant first, my lawyer. I want to thank, for real. But it's
probation officer.
Not that. No. That was about 20-something years ago. How about that? But first, I want to thank Ben definitely for allowing me to use the platform and to be able to use this voice to just give out the best content I can. I want to thank the team for always supporting, always listening. I want to thank my wife definitely, because she always pushes me. And as you said, James, she's my executive producer too. She just said, "I want to be your executive producer, so I'm gonna give you a notebook. I'm gonna get, or you can put you can put your guest on, and you can know, because I've always have guests on for like weeks ahead, and I'd be like, who did I reach out to? So I always forget who I have reached out to. But I thank you guys again for all the support and everyone that listens to The Real Deal each and every week, and thanks to all the guests I've always had on, and looking forward to more years to come.
Yeah, and I'm a procrastinator. I'm not gonna lie. I'll wait until the week to get guests, but that's just the way that I do it. And if somebody says, "Hey, I can do it the week after," I'm flexible. But I know James and Eric, man, they like Courtney, they plan their stuff out. I don't know, probably they got the whole calendar year. All they got to do is just hit play or hit record, and they're ready to go. So I appreciate that with you guys. All right, so moving right along, this next award is called New But Experienced Kid on the Block, because not only is she the first female, the first lady of BS3 Radio, but also she's been in the podcast game for a minute, but this is the first time she's went off and kind of did her show. Just a little bit of a backstory. I reached out to her. I said, "Hey, do you want to come on BS3 Radio?" She said, "Get out of my head." And I was like, "Whoa, what do you mean?" She was like, "Well, I was just thinking about this." And it was just one of those things where, I'm a believer in Christ. I'm a Christian. And I just felt this this inkling to reach out to her in particular. And, from there on, as you can see, the rest is history. She's going to be dropping episode 3. I love the takes. I love just the way that she delivers a podcast and talks about the different topics and kind of just meshes it all into one. So the New But Experienced Kid on the Block award goes to Erica Fernandez, straight out of New York.
Congratulations, Erica.
Thank you. I definitely have taken notes from everyone here, starting with Ben, from Courtney to Dan, from both James, Eric, Terence, and I just recently met with Al over the weekend, and it's been so great to to really have a sense of community, because, you know, you're, like I said earlier, it's so easy to say, yeah, I'm gonna share your podcast, but are you listening and giving me feedback and letting me know, yo, your mic isn't that good? I'm like, wow, thanks so much for putting me on, because sound is important. How do you carry it together? But yeah, just like Ben said, he literally was like, he DM'd me and I said, wow, get out of my head, because it's exactly what I was putting in my notepad. But, you know, despite the limits of sports right now, I'm happy that I'm doing it by myself, and hopefully gonna start doing guests, and, you know, just to give it a little bit of a different twist. But yeah, I'm excited to be here, and thanks for the award, guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming aboard. These last two awards, last but not least, are the I guess you kind of know who it's going to go to, but the 6 Man of the Year, or Men's of the Year, because they don't host their own podcast yet, but they will be very soon. I've been I've been working on both of them, and they're working on it. But they have come on the YouTube, because we do the YouTube every Monday. That was one thing that just started off with The Last Dance. And, you know, The Last Dance, the documentary was great. We talked about it every single week. Man, I was like rushing. Okay, change the tire again. I like that.
Nice.
But
nice.
It was one of those things that we truly enjoyed, talking about The Last Dance. And, you know, me and everybody else was like, man, why don't we do this every week? So I'm like, okay, let's do it. And Tyon, like I said, man, we go back. Anything I'm involved in, I want to get him involved in, because I love his take and he has a perspective. And then my dad is the reason why I have this passion for sports, and the reason why I have the voice, and the reason why that I talk like I talk, and the passion that I have. So those are two great guys that I wanted to get involved. I just didn't know how. We did the YouTube thing. The rest is history. They're there every single week. Tyon even hosted one on his own, him and Courtney, which was great. They did NBA playoffs and talked about that, which really made me, number one, happy, and number two, just impressed to see them just run with it and do it. So that's goes to Tyon, Mac, and my dad, Ben Jr. Thank you guys for being a part 6 Man of the Year.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Come off the bench, baby.
Lou Will.
Yeah.
Lou Will and Montez Hill.
And Jamal Crawford.
Crawford on it, man.
Yeah.
Get some wings.
All right. Anybody have a speech they want to give? Who wants to go first?
Mr. Sutter, like say anything?
Well, it's always, you know, a blessing and an opportunity to support my son, and we're just excited about what he's doing, and we feel, you know, obligated to support him in everything that he does. And so whenever he calls, you know, normally I'm available, so I make sure I'm there to support him. And it's just been a great, you know, opportunity to hook up, you know, with you young cats, you know, Ty and Al and Courtney, and we really share information and support one another. But yeah, I'm just glad to be a part, and just glad to support him. And like he said, he's a procrastinator. My wife and I have been procrastinating about this podcast. We're gonna come out, and she just people are head out the door. And she said for sure in October.
Mind turn the video off.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Joe Bobs said hi.
Hi, everyone. November.
All right.
November.
December.
Is that an invitation to Thanksgiving? I just heard.
It's supposed to be a birthday present to you in October, but I guess, you know, she decided to put it off.
Hey, take your time whenever you get on. I know it's gonna be good. So take your time.
Yeah.
All right, Ty.
And I was about to say, you know, man, like I said, I appreciate just being able to come on and be the wingman. You know, I don't mind being the wingman. We've been doing this for a long time. You think back to high school when we was playing hoop together. You know, always just supportive of each other. You know, you still missed that shot that I, you know, messed up my assist on.
I knew you was gonna bring that up. I knew you was gonna bring that up. Hey, look, if we had a clip of that, y'all would be dying laughing, because not only did the ball not hit the rim, but the ball went completely over the backboard. I don't know what I was doing. That whole bus ride, I was clowned the whole bus ride. I might as well just wore a hood over my head, but that was good times, man. Good times.
Hey, he messed up my assist really bad, man. That was a beautiful assist, and they said, "Give it to Ben, give it to Ben." So I kicked it out to him for the wide open three, and man, he missed it terribly. It was terrible.
Ben was just doing his best Carlton Banks impersonation. That's all.
That's exactly what it was.
Carlton Banks with the short shorts and the Bel Air.
but we've been doing this for a long time, man. So I'm just appreciative of you incorporating me in this. And like you said, you've been trying to encourage me to have my own show. I am working on it. I just gotta put everything together the right way. But it's coming. It's coming. And like I said, we got the Man Listen podcast that me and you were talking about bringing over to BS3. So that might be coming up real soon too. So.
Awesome. And this is, anybody that knows me or has known me over the past couple of years, I will tell anybody to do a podcast. Me and Tyon has a mutual friend, Derek Jackson. Shout out to him if he's watching or listening or anything. I said, hey, you should start a podcast. He was like, I don't do sports. I was like, it don't matter. You can talk about hymns. You can talk about scriptures. You can talk about relationship podcasts. I mean, it does not matter. Podcasting is so wide open. And the fact is, everybody, and I mean everybody and their mama's doing it. Oprah's got a podcast. Michelle Obama has a podcast. I mean, everybody has a podcast because all you got to do is hit record and you talk. There is no limitations. And I think that's the greatness of podcasting, and that's the greatness of BS3 Radio. So those of you that are watching, you want to start a podcast, you've been wondering, jump. Stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about what you're going to do. Jump. Reach out to me. I will definitely help you. I would love to get you, on board with what we do here. So that's why I encourage anybody watching that's wondering, what do I talk about? Hit record and start talking. And then if you need to edit it, if you need to throw that one away, don't worry about it. I mean, that's the greatness of doing a podcast. So we're going to move forward to supporters of the year. This is something that I wanted to put in there because there are 3 people in particular that literally go out of their way. Like, they will listen to the show on their lunch break. They will come in the show like, hey, I'm sorry I missed it. And I'm like, hey, you don't even have to apologize. I just appreciate you coming. But they are very loyal to BS3 Radio. They will listen whatever show, whenever it's on. They will come through. They will comment. They will share it. They will say, hey, I like what you have. Hey, I like that you have a female on here now. I mean, all that kind of stuff. They're not afraid to give critiques. They're not afraid to talk. So the first one, excuse me, I had some good dinner before we started, but the first one goes to Taryn Rodriguez. We call him T-Rod because I kept messing up his first name. And I was like, I'm just going to call you T-Rod like A-Rod. So Taryn Rodriguez, he is the winner, the first winner of the supporters of the year. He will be getting a gift card to a restaurant, a fast food restaurant. So I'm going to reach out to him. My people will get with your people, which my people is me, and I'm going to get with you. We're going to make this happen. But Taryn Rodriguez, man, huge supporter. Any show that we have done, I mean, literally any show, either he has commented on one, either he has shared it, either he has viewed it. He's a huge supporter. He's on what's called IE Sports Radio, which is on Spreaker.com. He does 2 shows. One is called Set Point. The other one is called the SoCal Supreme Sports Show. He does a show on volleyball. I didn't even know that there was that much to talk about. So you got to be versatile, and you got to know volleyball to be able to talk about it. So he does that, and he does the SoCal Supreme Sports Show. So I want to congratulate him. He had some eyes looking sideways, the emoji, and then he had some teary eyes. Get the tissue if you need some tissue. But man, we thank you from the bottom of every single one of our hearts, man.
Thank you.
Because without your support, we're not growing the way we are. So thank you. That's my first one. The second one, this goes to Miss 305 is what we call her sometimes. She's in Miami. And her name is Miss Mocha Bella. That's not her real name, but that's the name that she goes by when she comes in the chat room. She listens. She's been a huge supporter, man. And I'm still a part of X Squad Radio. That's where I got and learned a lot of things. I'm still, family with those guys. I support them. They support me. But she really alone has helped a lot, listened to shows, like I said, shared it. She will comment. She will come in there and say, she came in the Kane and Ice show one time and was like, where's Kane? Like, I see you Ice all the time, but I don't see Kane in the chat room. Where is he? Like, she will call people out. She's very supportive, been a huge part of what we do. So I definitely wanted to give her. So I'll be reaching out to you. You will get a gift card as well. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Everything that you've done, big or small, we appreciate and we're thankful for. So that goes to Miss Mocha Bella. Congratulations to you.
Congratulations.
Shout out to Damian Adams. He's also a supporter. The Real Deal with Damian Adams. He's a real deal brother with Courtney Harden. So they go on each other's shows sometimes. Let me give another shout out to Talisha Williams. She said, highlight sports. She commented. She said, I'm encouraged. Start your podcast. If you're thinking about it, start thinking about it, hit record. So shout out to her. And then the last one goes to this guy's out of Denver. He has a podcast as well. He will not only listen, but he will then share the show and then put a paragraph on what he thought about the show. Almost every single show. And I was like, wow, is he going to keep this up? But he has been doing it consistently. To me, that just shows that not only is he listening, but he's also giving comments about it. And it's not like great show or great job on whatever you did. It's like, hey, when you talked about the Cowboys, I'm gonna trash you about that, or your Rangers are losing, or whatever. He really does a great job. I'm very appreciative of him. So that goes to Jordan Rosario. I will be sending you a gift card as well. He's out of Denver.
Congratulations.
So thank you. A couple other shout outs as we keep going. I think that's James Geeter. He's a good friend with Courtney Harden. He's in the comments. Thank you for all the comments. Continue to share it. Let's try to get the comments to 100. Looks like we're at 59 right now. So let's try to get it to 100. Thank you for anybody in the Fremont Jackson. This guy, he's a YouTuber, but he just did a YouTube video with Kevin Lee. I believe his name is Kevin Lee, the UFC fighter. He's done one with Clover Quinn, former cornerback of the Lions. I mean, he's very versatile. And so go check him out. His podcast is called the Speak Easy Podcast. So go check that out. He's also been a supporter as well. So those are the supporters of the year. Now it comes to the point of the show. But we're going to do most likely to. If you ever read a yearbook, ever been in a yearbook, ever seen a yearbook, you know that last page is most likely to succeed, most likely to paint a house, all types of, weird stuff you can put in a yearbook or whatever. So I came up with 6 of them that we had to do. And we may not really know a lot about each other, but it is something that we will be able to conversate and probably have a good time with it. The first one, and you can just mention, whoever you think it may be, who is most likely to hold a grudge for years? Wardrobe chain again. Is that a Kobe jersey? Yes. RIP Kobe. Oh, hold on. Before anybody answers that, which I should have did this at the beginning, but rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Black Panther, Thurgood Marshall. Drawing a blank now, but I know Jackie Robinson, James Brown.
42, James Brown.
I never known of a guy to play 4 different iconic people and iconic Black people at that. All right, rest in peace, Boseman. Rest in peace, Clifford Robinson, Mr. Headband. Like, I don't really remember people wearing headbands like that, but I do remember Clifford Robinson. And then also today, another sad one, John Thompson, Big John, Georgetown. Legendary. We would not have Allen Iverson. We talked about this before we did the show. We would not have Allen Iverson. I don't think we would have Dikembe Mutombo, Alonzo Mourning. You know, the list really goes on. Those that he impacted that did not make it to the NBA, but who knows, they're a great businessman or whoever, and whatever they do outside of Georgetown, they definitely been impacted. So
let me stop you there for a moment. Fun fact, my co-host, Daryl, actually went to high school with Bozeman.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, him and Bozeman's older brother were in the same class, and they were buddies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he also went to high school radio. So.
Really? Interesting fact. Thank you for the fun facts. So as we're looking at each other, who would you say would be most likely to hold a grudge for years? Anybody can mention. I would say, I think I'm gonna go with Tyon. I think Tyon would hold a grudge for years. I think there would be people that we probably know from high school. Probably driving down their block.
He did bring up that air ball.
Driving down the block with the windows down, like, yeah, I see you. I'm coming for you. But anybody else take a guess?
Erica look like she's mad at someone right now.
Yeah.
Did you hear us?
She's on mute.
Oh, okay.
Good. Don't repeat it.
All right. Anybody else?
And then that was it. I was like, wait, another part got cut up.
Oh,
sorry.
He picked you as most likely to have a grudge for years. Is that true?
Well, I used to, but growth. So I started to learn to let things go.
All right. Anybody else want to add on to that one?
Yeah, I'd probably nominate myself.
You're being honest.
We got a winner.
You're being honest.
You know what? My cutoff game when it comes to folks making me mad is so smooth. I don't do a bunch of, despite the fact that we're on a podcast about ignorant stuff, I don't do a lot of arguing and debating because never waste your words on a fool who won't listen. I just stop.
You getting mad right now. Nostrils flaring.
Start thinking about it.
You can feel the anger. You can feel it.
Yeah, we'll talk later, James, after the show.
I'm busy.
You said you're busy?
Yeah, I'm busy.
Okay.
I'm going to write my acceptance speech for next year.
Oh, okay.
Anybody else? All right, going once, going twice. All right, who is most likely to get arrested in a foreign country? I'll right out the gate, I'm gonna go with James Montgomery.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Damn.
I think he has. Have you?
I'm going to use the Fifth Amendment on this, as someone that I work with might be watching. But let's just say I had an interesting experience in Canada once.
All right.
We'll leave that one alone.
Yeah, right. Well, anybody else? Anybody want to point a finger? A fun finger, not an upset finger. Everybody? Go once.
What you know about Canada for?
All right, this one should be fun. Who is most likely to become a WWE wrestler?
Eric, Mr. 313.
Yeah, Eric.
Both Erics. Eric dreams about it in his sleep. Eric Dewalt dreams.
That's the tag team right there.
Eric, the fantastic Erics.
Yeah.
We could call it the E&E connection.
E&E, double E, yep.
My dream job is to be a wrestling bad guy, so, you know.
Oh, see, I'm loving that already. There's no money in being a good guy.
Right. I think that's good. Anybody else want to add on? All right, next one. Who is most likely to offend millions of people all over Facebook? Oh, I got
us.
That's me.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you better raise your hand.
Yeah.
That's me.
That's got to be Ty Mac, man, for real.
I bring the smoke all the time on my page, man.
What's your Facebook page? You be bringing all that smoke on that basketball page.
Real NBA,
yes,
NFL talk. Yeah, I bring the smoke all the time, boy. They hate me in there, man.
I get that popcorn and watch. I get that popcorn and just say, okay, what are you gonna say next?
Yeah,
love it.
It'll be like 1 week. Tyan will have one Facebook account, and then he starts another one. I'm like, what happened? Like, I got kicked off.
Shut it down. They shut it down. Yep.
I had to shut it down, or it'll be like, yeah, they kicked me off Facebook for a couple of weeks, so don't tag me.
No, it's so funny because I had people at one point, they was like tagging me, and they was like, we just waiting for you to just bring the smoke. And I was like, oh, I don't even feel like it today, man. I'm trying to good behavior, man.
I'm trying to just have a regular day.
Yeah.
The smoke today. Let it be a calm day today. Let's be singing Kumbaya today.
But my wife edit my post, so
he got PR. That's, he good. He got the PR people. So you got PR.
Hey, I need one of them, boy.
It would be nice if somebody else's wife edited their post. But we're not going to get into that.
Hey, whatever you're about to send, Tyan, just have your wife look at it. She will give you a this or this. And she will let you know.
The words of Herm Edwards, don't press send, man.
Don't press it. Never return, but never mind.
All right, so the last one. Who is most likely to get into a fight over road rage?
Over road rage. Ooh, Erica, huh?
Yeah, Erica.
Erica.
Yeah.
I would say Eric too. I would say Mr. 313. I don't know if you have before.
No, I'm cool. I'm cool.
No, I got issues. She's on the road. People don't know how to drive out here, so.
Yeah, she's in New York, so she might get that road rage.
Well, yeah. Newsflash: people don't know how to drive anywhere. No matter what roads.
I'm learning that.
It doesn't matter.
No, New York is a different level though. Yeah, that's
yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, so that is all that I have. Anybody want to add anything else into or anything you want to mention before we're gonna kind of go round the horn to give a last statement? But anything else anybody wanted to add before that?
I prepared a song for the occasion.
Nice.
Let us hear it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wait, is there a wardrobe change first before the song?
Courtney, you might want to help me with this one.
Uh-oh, I think I already know what it is. I think on the road
to victory. Fight.
I just muted you, Courtney. That's what
you got to pay for the
win. Courtney.
You can come back. You're good now. I'll
leave this thinking to my daughter.
Next year we got to do a fantasy football league. We probably should have did that. We got enough people in here to do one, so next year that's something that we should do. And hopefully next year we can have this in person and not over Facebook.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping for next year.
Look out!
Yeah,
Eric said he'll cook.
Can we do it in Atlanta?
Yeah.
I'll take a trip to Atlanta.
You already got a couple of people already there.
Oh yeah, good vacation, Atlanta. Yeah.
I think I know some good people in Atlanta.
I got some people in Atlanta too. Got some family, so.
I think we all probably got.
We know all black people got relatives in.
Atlanta.
You know what? Since everybody's in Atlanta, why don't we do something different? Why don't you come to Detroit?
Come to Philly. Come to Philly.
Detroit.
Hey, we right next to Canada. We are right.
Hey, well, all right. I'll tell you what. Depending on how the election turns out, I might be in Canada. So.
Right. That's true. Come to Philly, city of brotherly love, man. Come on over. Come on.
No. It's the city where they throw batteries at Santa.
That was way back when.
The city where they got a green post.
One time. They booed Santa Claus one time, man. One time.
That one time will go on for forever. Okay, nobody's ever gonna forget that. How do you abuse Santa? He's a nice person. You just trying to give out gifts.
So Ben, you mentioned fantasy football. So I'll go ahead and let the cat out the bag. I'm actually working on a new app now that'll be ready by next season called Satchel. So I want all y'all to go to satchelff.com. There's a quick survey there for fantasy football players. So if you play fantasy, if you ever play fantasy, go to satchelff for fantasyfootball.com. Like I said, real quick survey. Probably take you like 30 seconds to fill out. And
wow.
Helps us with trying to build in the features that people would want for this. So it's really kind of combining fantasy football with like social media type engagement and what's the word for it? And tools, with like video and things like that. So I'll be more real time with league communications, things like that. So not doing a good job explaining this, but just go to the website.
We get it. So I'm gonna put that in on Facebook. You said Satchel FF?
Yep, .com.
SatchelFF.com. Okay. All right. I did the survey already, so
see,
guys
so
hop on there. Hop on there and do it. All right, so let's go around the horn as they do on ESPN. They go around the horn, and we'll end the award show. Thank you for everyone watching. Thank you for everyone tuning in. Thank you for the shout outs. Thank you for the shares if you shared it. We'll go to Tyon first. Last words.
Oh man, great. Today was great, man. I enjoyed being here with everybody. And I'm looking forward to now watching this OKC and Rockets game. Hopefully OKC can take it to game 7 because Portland let me down. Yeah. And
don't be surprised.
I know, man. I want to have some faith though. I want to have some hope, man. Chris Paul, give me some hope. Point guard. Let's go. Take the game 7.
hashtag point guard.
Hashtag, baby.
All right, Mr. 313, last words.
It's been a phenomenal night. Definitely want to thank Ben. It's been great, talking with everybody. You too, James. It's
highlight of your day, buddy.
No, it really has been. It's wonderful to be able to work with my brother. It's wonderful to be able to work with all of you. Definitely appreciate when I thought that I was going to be out to tend to my girlfriend because she was scheduled to have surgery, that damn near the whole family pitched in to help support. So definitely appreciate the love. If anybody needs anything from me, I'll be more than happy, to pitch in. Just, hey, call me. I'm there for you, just like you guys are there for us. Thank you.
All right. We'll go to Pops, Man Jr.
All right. Congratulations again. It's just been an amazing treat tonight to be able to communicate and get to learn about everyone and what they're doing and be introduced to just a variety of podcasts that you have. And it's just an exciting time to where you can get your message out and you can get your word out through podcasts. And so we're just excited about what you're doing, and we're excited about the connections that you have and the partners that you have, and you guys are doing a great job. We just wanted to make sure that we give you the support that you need, and we ask that you do the same for us. So just keep on keeping on. Proud of you guys.
Awesome. I love the jacket too. Wakanda forever. Everybody. All right, James P. Last words.
Hey, once again, congratulations, Ben, and everybody that received the awards. It was a pleasure speaking to everyone. And again, let's continue to improve in what we're doing and keep it exciting and keep people entertained. So again, I appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody here. So great team. Looking forward to next year.
Definitely, which we should be in person. The second annual awards.
That'd be great. Wait, and go Celtics.
Oh, I got Celtics winning the series too. I think a lot of people probably do.
Very powerful team.
Okay. All right, Al High, Highlight Sports.
Just wanted to, it's a great evening. It's a great night. I look forward to everybody continuing to grow and this platform to grow. I believe everybody has a section of people that they're called to influence. So I'm excited about each and every one of you who are a part of BS3 Radio, those who are out there listening. If you have something to say, if you want to start a podcast, a YouTube channel, whatever you're supposed to, that you desire to do, get out there and go do it. Do not be scared. If you got to start in your closet, standing up, do it. You know, if it's 85, 90 degrees in the closet, get in there and go do it. You know,
like Nike, baby.
Because you know, I started my podcast and 12 minutes in, I dropped the microphone because I was so excited. But you know, you have to start. You have to start somewhere.
True.
So go ahead and start.
Yes, facts. Oh, he's back again with the wardrobe chain. I'm feeling that one.
That's that Wakanda.
Hey, we got one last award. Best dressed is gotta go to Eric Dewalt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just change it up, man.
It's all good. You know.
Hair looking good. I thought you would have had the Gumby. I thought you would have got the Gumby hooked up for tonight. Courtney, we'll go to you. Last words.
Yeah, just glad again to be part of BS3 Radio. Excited. This was a great night, great evening. Glad to know everyone. Just again, continued support each and every show. I love every show here, and I'm one of the ones that actually listens to every show just about. So again, continued success to everyone within these next years. And again, thanks for being a part of this. I'm glad to be a part of this this network, this family, and just more to come.
All right, James M.
Like everything everyone else has said, glad to be here. Excited what's to come. As Al said, if you want to go in the closet, if you want to come out the closet, whatever that means to you. If it's something on your mind, get it off. I say, my wife loves me doing this because I don't have to talk her ear off on the things that we talk about. So it's a great platform, and love being with you guys and getting to know you guys a little bit more as time goes on.
Awesome. All right, next, Terence Bennett. Hopefully you were able to maneuver because you had a little bit of audio issues, but go ahead.
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you now. It's a little. Oh, go ahead. It's a little choppy a little bit, but go ahead.
Sound like a transformer.
It's an honor. It's an honor to be on the show, be with BS3. I enjoyed tonight. It was cool, and I'm just looking forward to some football, man. 2 weeks, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Awesome. Tom Brady, rolling Tom Brady out there. He's gonna have to get his. They got to get his wheelchair. They got to prop him up. Give him that special shot or whatever he needs to get ready for the season. But look, he's not with Belichick, so
let's not hate on Tom Brady. Tom Brady went to University of Michigan. Let's not hate on Tom Brady.
The GOAT.
That's right. That's right. You know what? He's got so many rings, he can smack somebody with all 5 of his rings. I
got one more left. Right.
All right. Miss Erica Fernandez, last words.
Sorry, guys. It was taking me a little bit of a minute to unmute this. But similar to what everyone was saying, just looking forward to everyone's growth. Being inspired by many of you and collaborating, and to many more shows for all of us to come.
Awesome. Thank you. And last, Mr. Wardrobe, Mr. Fresh Dressed, Mr. Eagle, Mr. Honda Forever. What else did you have on? Kobe, go ahead. Last words.
I represent the Eagles. You know, I do what I do, man. You know, I'll say, you know, if you want your podcast, you just want to do your podcast. You don't want the executive producer all on the record.
You did it.
No, it's just been a blessing to be here. Been a blessing to get to know you personally, Ben. You know, talk about family stuff, talk about other things. You know, been a blessing just to meet some of these other guys. So I'm looking forward to connecting with some of the guys I haven't connected with yet. It's been a blessing to meet some of the listeners and get their support. So, you know, I just feel really blessed right now. You know what I mean? I know, you know, we joke about 2020 not being a great year, but let's be honest, right? We're all blessed. We got a chance to be here and interact with people, and you know, we got food, we got shelter, we got other things. So let's count our blessings and make the most of that.
Right. I agree.
Nice. Good.
I agree. So that concludes the first annual BS3 Radio Awards. A round of applause. I wish I had a clap track or something, but let's all just clap.
We'll get the budget for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll discuss it at our big dinner.
Right. Here's a couple of things that I would love to do, you know, going forward. A BS3 picnic. You know, we can all get together, eat some hot dogs, hamburgers. Somebody can grill, which I think is probably Courtney.
Yes, sir.
No, we're gonna have a BS3 barbecue. You don't use that word picnic. You got to look at
you got the
different
barbecue.
words.
Yes. When you a grill master, it's barbecue, man. I got that pit master, the grill. Yeah, we ready. I'm always ready to grill, man.
Excuse me. Well, that's something that we would definitely have to do. And then also the next year's awards would, like I said, love to have it in person. Love to have you guys that are watching on Facebook be able to be involved and come to it. So that's some things we'd love to have. Thank each and every one of you. Ty Mack, Eric Smith, Ben Jr., James Padula, Al High, Courtney Harden, James M. Montgomery, Terence Bennett, Erica Fernandez, and Eric Dewalt. Thank you for all of those that have watched, commented, shared this first year. We got many more years to come. You guys have a great night. Have a blessed day or night whenever you're watching this. That's a quote from my grandmother.
You too, man. Peace to everybody.
All right, thanks, man.
All right.
Blessings.
God bless you, man. Peace out.